Okay, another exciting time. Level 8, we get to learn compound meter. So simple meter was when the beats were split into 2 even eighth notes. In compound meter, they're going to be split into 3. Okay, so the time signatures here we have right now are 3/8 and 6/8. Okay, now these can be conducted in simple meter. So like I conduct this in 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, with the eighth note being the beat. But usually the way we see these is they're split into big beats and then small beats. So 3/8 has one big beat that's split into 3. 1 and do, 1 and do. So this would be 1, 1 and do, 1, 1 and do. 6/8 would be split into 2 big beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Now, how do we count these? Well, it's actually pretty easy. Basically, let's keep our chart pretty simple. Well, let's keep our chart moderately simple for right now. So let's contrast it with 4/4. We'll make a chart. So 4/4, and then I'll write compound. This will be 3/8. 3/8, 6/8 are the ones we have on here. There's also 9/8 and 12/8 we'll see on the next page. Okay, so the general rule is anything with a dot in compound meter lasts the same as it does in 4/4. So a whole note lasts 4 beats in 4/4 time. We should all know that. Let's zoom in on this. In compound meter, a dotted whole note lasts 4 beats. Okay? In 4/4, a half note lasts 2 beats. Guess what? In compound meter, a dotted half note lasts for 2 beats. A quarter note is 1 beat. And following the pattern, in compound meter, a dotted quarter note is 1 beat. Now, here's what I mean by simple meter. Our eighth notes are split into 2. 1 and. We subdivide into 2. In compound meter, it's basically like every beat's a triplet. And we count it the same way we learned triplets back in year 1. 1 and, except we don't have to write a 3 above it. But they are beamed together in 3s. Okay, so that's how you can tell you're in a compound meter. And then we have a couple other rhythms, just 2 on this page. Oh, by the way, the rests also. Whole rest with a dot, half rest with a dot is 2 beats, quarter rest with a dot is a 1 beat rest. Okay, so be aware of that. Here are our other 2 rhythms. We have and we learned these back in year 1. But this goes, it's a quarter note and then an eighth note, and that goes 1, 2, 3, and this is what I warned you about. This is the same counting as our dotted A16th notes: 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and. But this would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's always important to keep subdividing. These ones are a little more loose. This is actually swing eighth notes as well, if we've talked about that. And then we can have an eighth note and a quarter note. This would be 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. Okay? So we'll see some examples of this in here, but let's go ahead and zoom out and do our first one. These are going to start pretty simple, and they're going to get a little more difficult as we go, as it should be. Okay, so in 3/8, again, we could conduct this in 3 with the eighth notes being 1 beat. That way would be like the opposite of cut time. So everything is twice as slow. So an eighth note's 1 beat, a quarter note is 2 beats, a half note is 4 beats, and a whole note would be 8 beats. Okay, but we're going to learn this compound style. So 3/8 is going to be conducted in 1 and split into 1, 1 nanda, 1, 1 nanda. You can see here, there's no 3 here, even though this is counted like a triplet, because we're in compound meter, so it's just assumed. So 1 and that's how we subdivide our beat into 3. That's what makes it called compound meter. Here we go, 8A. And we're just going to count these and perform them. Ready, go. 1, 1 and a 1, 1 and a. Okay, let's perform it. Any note you want, I'll sing it. Ready, go. Da, 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 da. Okay, 8B is in 2. It's 6/8. It's conducted in 2 big beats. Remember, this lasts for 2 beats because it's a dotted half note. This is 1 beat. This dotted quarter rest is 1 beat. And then you can see here that we're split. Our beaming is split into our beats, 1 and 2 and Here we go. 1, 2, 8B, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Now let's perform it. I'll sing. Ready, go. Da, 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 da. 8C, we're back in compound, we're back in 3/8, we're in 1. Quick reminder that our whole rest can be used to represent any just full measure of not playing. So this is only 1 beat in 3/8. In 6/8 it would be 2 beats. Here we go. 8C, ready, we're in 1, 1, 1, 1 and go. 1, 1 and 1. Pretty simple right now. Clap and count. Ready, go. 1, 1, 1 and 1. Let's perform it. Ready, go. Da, 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 da. Okay. So we're starting off easy. Now, let's look at this. Sometimes, so this is written to contrast how we would write these. Sometimes these kind of triplet feeling things, since some young students don't know 6/8, are written as triplets in 2/4. So these two rhythms are exactly the same. Okay, they're counted the same. They're just written with triplets instead of in compound meter. Okay, 6/8 and 2/4 are both in 4. This is simple duple, and this is compound duple. Okay, let's do the first one. Ready? I'm going to point and count. Ready, go. 1, 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2 and 1, 2. Here it is in 2/4. It's the exact same. Go. 1, 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2 and 1, 2. Okay, perform the 6/8 one. It's the same, doesn't matter. Ready, go. Da, 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 da. Okay, quick reminder. This rhythm, 1, 2. So you got to feel the subdivision. 1 and 2 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. This would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Here's 8E, clapping and counting. Let me move this up. 8E and ready, go. 1, 2, 1 and 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2. Let's perform it. Ready, go. Da 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 da. See how every beat's a triplet. 3/8. We're in 1. Ready, count. Ready, go. 1, 1 and 1, 1 and. Play it, go. Da 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 da. Okay, write in the counting and perform on a concert G sharp. What is G sharp enharmonic with? Well, you could look at a keyboard and you know that G sharp is the same key as A flat. It's enharmonic to A flat. That's the same note as A flat. Okay. Just to remind you, I'm not going to do this with you, but this, whenever something's dotted, it's that counting that it would be in 4/4 if it wasn't dotted. So a half note without a dot in 4/4 is 2 beats. So a half note with a dot in compound meter 6/8 is 2 beats. This rest is 1 beat because it's got a dot. And then we would count these 2, 1, 2, you know that, and then it's split into 1 and 2 and then you can do the rest there. Let's compose. This is not 6 composition, this is 8 composition. Okay, so compose a rhythm in 3/8. We see 3/8, let's write our time signature of 3/8. That means we're in 1. Don't forget to write in the key signature, oh my gosh, time signature. Make sure you have the correct number of beats, okay, which would be 1 compound beat. All right, so we have very limited options here. We cannot use a dotted half note because that's 2 beats. This is only 1 beat. So we can use our 8th note subdivisions. We could use a dotted quarter note, which is 1 beat. And we could do our quarter note, 8th note split. Again, this is 1 beat. 1 up, and this is 1 beat as well. Don't copy that. This would be 2. You can copy that. That's correct. And this would be 2 and. There's a little bit of help on your test. So we can use these. These are 1 beat as well together, and this is 1 beat, and then we could use that. Or we could use that dotted quarter note rest, except I would probably write it as a whole rest because it's going to be a whole measure because we're only having 1 beat per measure. Let's go ahead and, for mine, I'm going to start off with 3/8 notes, 1 and that's 1 whole beat in compound meter. Then I'm going to go quarter note, got to make it dotted. That's just 1 beat. That's that whole thing. I have 1 beat. Now I hit my bar line. My next beat is 1. Let's do a quarter note, not dotted, so we still have an 8th note to put on there. That would be 1 up. And then let's do an 8th note and a quarter note. 2, not 2, there's no beat 2, 1 and. Okay, make sure you do your own of these, and good luck. I'll see you in level 9.